Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? I can't hear you at all. Can you hear me?
Okay, can everybody hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, let's rewind this again. Once again, thank you for joining me for Freeform Fridays. You know what? When I said I didn't want to be an adult today, this is not what I meant. This is, and I promise y'all, this was not an April Fool's type of thing. I did not plan this. Okay, we're starting things off a little bit differently. So many people have sent me this. I've never done it. I the asshole before, but this comes from god.daily.com. God.daily.com. Whew, that was a mouthful. So, am I the asshole for eating at the same restaurant as my husband's family? That depends. I, 32 female, have been married to my husband, 35 male, for 3 years, dated for 2 years before that. I want to start this off by saying that he is a really good guy in other areas. Red flag. If you have to preface that, baby, you didn't marry a good guy. You just married a guy. My husband's parents, his two brothers, ages 38 and 40-ish, and his brother's girlfriends slash fiancés have a tradition of going out to dinner once a month. I am invited about 50% of the time. Okay. I've talked to my husband's brother's fiance, and she says she's invited every time.
Mm-hmm.
When I When I say I'm not invited, I mean that my husband tells me I'm going to the family dinner. It's probably best if you sit this one out. When I expressed that I wanted to come, he told me that it would be best if I didn't. It has caused several fights. About a week ago, my husband went to a family dinner that I wasn't invited to. I was very pissed. So earlier that day, I called and made a reservation at the restaurant they were going to. My husband left the house not knowing about my reservations, and I left 15 minutes after him. Okay, okay. I ended up seated at a table where I couldn't see his family. So I got up as if I were going to the bathroom and walked right past them. They were all there, including his brother's significant others. My husband looked completely shocked and asked me what I was doing there. I told him that I had been dying for a steak, so I came and got one at the restaurant. My mother in law said it was very rude of me to interrupt their family dinner. I pointed out that I wasn't trying to join them. I was just going to the bathroom. I told them to have a good meal and I left. I went and finished my steak by myself. My husband was really pissed when he came home and he told me that he couldn't believe how much of an asshole I had been. I said that he was an asshole for not inviting me to his dinners when his brother's significant others got to go. My husband said that the decision to invite was between him and his family. Isn't she a part of the family? And I should respect it. Anyway, with the way the word asshole was thrown around, it made me think of this sub. So I wanted to ask, am I the asshole? Now, there is one caveat because everybody kept telling me scroll to the bottom of the page, scroll to the bottom of the page. So there was a woman who asked, are you a different race than his family, than the brother-in-law's girlfriends? The original poster said, I am half black. They are all white, but I don't know that that's why they act cold towards me. You know what? This is a mixed child with a white mama because anybody else would have caught on that that's why you were not invited. This is why. And the fact that your husband is not bringing you, he brought you into this family. He can't take you to dinner because my son has a fiance that is biracial, half black, half white. When I have Sunday dinner, and this man right here, this on this panel with me, she's here every Sunday dinner unless she has to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is no exclusion. If my children deem you worthy enough to bring you into this family, guess what? You family. Because just like with the rest of my family members, we don't have to get along every day. Hell, we don't even have to like each other. But I'm going to respect your position in my family member's life. Tell them, Urbane. Yeah. Even your little white passing ass know. She said, I don't think that that had anything to do with. Baby girl, you're not the asshole. You married an asshole who's from a family of assholes. And the fact that the one fiance told you what was up, they ain't walking down the aisle. They ain't walking down the aisle. She there for a good time, not a long time. Mark my words. She there for a good time, not a long time. Whoo, Chile, whoo, Chile, whoo, Chile. Oh, oh, Chica, you said a mouthful. No, because he wants something exotic in his bed, but ain't trying to claim her. You said a mouthful. That's exactly what he wants. And he wants the ability to, if anybody calls him or his family out as racist, as they clearly are, he can go, no, my wife is,
Your wife
because
ain't.
I am walking. I have been in that situation where I didn't plan to be in the same restaurant as somebody, but I've gotten up to go to the bathroom to wash my hands, to do whatever, touch up my makeup, and notice that, a family member, somebody I know is there. Yes, I'm going to speak. That doesn't mean I'm trying to impose upon your dinner. Just, hi, how are y'all doing tonight? And I keep it pushing. And if you're in the pathway of the rooms, because everybody goes to a restaurant and we always scope out the entrances, the exits, and the bathrooms. Tell me I'm lying. Because if you get set too close to the kitchen or too close to the bathroom, you are requesting to be moved. Not me. Geeky, Geeky, you know what? That's an offline conversation because you worry me sometimes, my baby. I love you, but you, Lord. let's go to the first blind react. I don't, and I pray for y'all. Ancestors, universe, please give these people some good sense this week for whatever they sent us to blind react to. I know you didn't, because I think you laugh upon me as I almost stroke out every Friday. But I'm gonna have faith that this Freeform Fridays is gonna go well, and it won't be too many shenanigans. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Get your tongue off my door. Get it off my door. Next. Get your tongue. Get it off my door.
Yes, ma'am.
Which one of y'all is trying to train Urbane to drive me crazy?
They're in the house.
That's Kanye and Kim's house. Y'all ain't right. Okay. Woo, but when the summer hits, I really feel like that's gonna be Urbane. I'm gonna tell him not to do something. He gonna be out on the patio and he's just going all up. Okay, let's go to the next one.
When I asked anti-abortion activist Lauren Handy what homicide detectives pulled out of her house Wednesday, she only said people will freak out when they hear. The DC Police Department now says it found 5 fetuses.
We know that DC homicide detectives and DC Forensic Services took evidence out of this basement row house unit here on 6th Street Southeast. Now, our camera was there as police took evidence out in red biohazard bags and coolers. At this time, we do not.
White ladies that are trying to force birth, y'all okay? Because I got all the questions. How she get 5 fetuses? Why she got them in the house? Why they was in the freezer? What? And who snitched? Like, who had the inside information? Who did she piss off that dropped the dime on her? I guess in her neighborhood, snitches don't get stitches. What the heck? What? And how you anti-abortion, but you got aborted babies in your house? What? Huh? What? Jesus, take the wheel and just beat this bitch with it, because I don't even be a fence. Be a old school metal slide in the middle of summer, and slide her into a septic tank. What? Huh? How you? Where you order that from? They got them on Amazon. What? Were you? Huh? What? They
Girl,
can't. They
you
can't find.
asking the wrong one.
They can't find full grown babies that come up missing, but they found the. And she just got them in there next to the chicken cutlets and the pork chops. Oh, okay. I guess that's how white folks seasoning now, huh? That's their little razzle dazzle in the. Oh, let's just go to the next. I'm traumatized. Y'all ain't shit.
Take the roll. Take the roll. Throw that class in a circle. Throw that class in a circle. If they doing this for their kids to get extra credit, somebody grade just went up. Is this a pep rally? Is this a small group exercise? Hey, is this a fundraiser? I know this ain't gym class, because y'all sure ain't showing the kids how to stretch. They shaking it like they looking for a long-term sub. And her routine got rigor in it. I see somebody done this before. Perhaps professionally? That is not crisscross applesauce.
No.
She dipped like something like kids average. I wonder if they attend PTA. I hope y'all kids work like y'all twerk. They just gave a new meaning to parent involvement.
You know what? I love you, cuz, but I'm gonna have to dip on that one.
I didn't know that was coming up. I had to check my notes, and the person who sent it said these are parents. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, what? Who approved this? Who approved a twerk contest between?
I gotta go. I gotta go check on my dogs anyway. So I'm a dip. That was my exit. That's my exit. Wait. Hold up. Let me just put my finger up for church. Let me just put my finger up for church and exit stage left. Cause that I was not expecting.
Because I was like, they look a little old to be high school students. Like, that was going to be inappropriate to begin with. But I know, Urbane. I know it's some bullshit. I didn't see it.
Yeah. So let me go because I gotta go check on them anyway. But I said, let me just stop in to say, hey. All right, y'all. Good luck. Good luck.
Didn't we pray over these videos? Y'all ain't shit.
I don't think y'all did. I don't think y'all prayed over the videos hard enough.
I didn't do it, Urbane. Y'all done got the dog over here mad at me like I put together the twerk fest. I didn't do it.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye. I wasn't working. Your mama wasn't shaking something strange for some change. I didn't do it. Whoever sent me that, your mama was one of the contestants. Exactly. Stretch marks and fupa juice. Just slanging and flanging it. And bet you they kids is in them rooms at the bottom of the school with 5 teachers per class. I mean, I would set up a twerk contest, but not at a high school. Okay, let's go to the next one. Lord.
Ooh, look at that meat tussie. It is seasoned. It is seasoned. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Uh-oh, it's alive. It's whispering secrets to me. It's not dead.
What just happened? What just happened? That he just morphed into a whole nother. Let's just keep it. What? He just morphed into a whole nother person. That what I mean, I like a little red in my meat. I don't need it complete. I don't need it, women's cycle red. Okay, let's go to the. Y'all really scaring me tonight. Okay. Ooh, all right, here we go.
And there have never been any problems whatsoever. And don't say the economy or Iraq or income inequality or racism or Brett Kavanaugh or air pollution or Vietnam or slavery or Watergate or capitalism or Me Too or homelessness or police brutality or homophobia or Monica Lewinsky or...
Ooh, y'all choosing all the violence tonight. Oh, Lord. Just choosing every bit of the violence tonight. Okay. After the show, I will find it and send it to you, Chica. Because I put everything in the note section on my iPad, so I'll have to go through and find it, and I'll send it to you once I end here. If you don't stop it, little Negroid, I mean, they not lying, but y'all, okay, y'all said this haven't got a birthday in April. We gonna turn up the pressure. Y'all think y'all are in Linux at the start of April, huh? Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's skip to the good part.
Here, the Academy hired 3 women to host because it's cheaper than hiring 1 man. Fun, right?
Yeah. This year we saw a frightening display of how toxic masculinity turns into cruelty towards women and children.
I tell you, damn that Mitch McConnell.
I know.
But we're gonna have a great night tonight, and for you people in Florida, we're gonna have a gay night. Gay.
I'm gonna just get all the community guidelines violations tonight, huh? Just all of them. All of them. Because I know what I want to say about the white supremacists, the coon, and the black queen. And y'all can figure out who is who on your own. But because nothing says self-hating black woman than to make sure all of the baby batter comes from white people before you have children. But for one more night, y'all still got the same commercial from me because the sale is still good through tonight. So let me run this and I'll see you in 2 and 2, and then we'll get through the rest of these. Whoo, ancestors be offense. I'll see y'all in 2 and 2. Lord. Whew. Okay. Let's jump back into it. Let's go.
Excuse me, I was waiting for that space.
Yeah? Tough. Face it, lady, we're younger and faster.
Tawanda.
Face it, girls. I'm older and I have more insurance.
That is one of my most favorite movies, and it's one of my favorite scenes and favorite lines out of any movie. I love it. That whole movie is women empowerment. And fun fact, those same red ballerina shoes that Kathy Bates had on while driving, I had a pair of those. I had a pair of those because of this movie. Made me feel like a bad bitch. Made me feel like a bad bitch. Yeah. Cause baby, you don't know how many times I have pulled out that line, but I'm older, I'm wiser, and I have better insurance. I had to, remix the line for me, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. Still a little scared of y'all. But real quick before we go any further, anyone that joins me for learning through Black literature, because we finished the last book, I always take a week off before we start a new book just to give people an opportunity to order, purchase, or check out from their library the new book. And y'all knew I had to do this. Come on. Come on now. You should already know what the next book is going to be. Yeah, y'all want to keep talking about the man so much? We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. So starting next week, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to start with chapters 1 and 2. Let's go. Let's get into it. But let's keep rolling with these videos.
You do realize you're 37 minutes late for work, right? Like, I mean, you completely and totally realize that. It's not 2 or 3 minutes. It's 37 minutes late. And honestly, I think you're running out of excuses because last week it was aliens and nobody bought that shit. Okay, so let's hear this one. I'm ready.
Hey, look, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't have a good reason for being late. I have a great reason for being late. Okay, you remember that XO lady that I had that always got pissed off when I asked her to make me a sandwich? You know, I treated her great, everything like that, and she still ended up leaving me. But every single time that I asked her to make me a sandwich, she would throw a fit because she didn't like making sandwiches. She got a job at Subway, and I found out, so I've been there all morning. I got like 18 subs in the truck.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That's probably one of the most petty things I think I've heard in at least a couple weeks. I mean, that's pretty low. You want to go back at lunch?
You think that's petty? And lunch? Son, I've already ordered 7 more subs through Uber Eats, okay? I guarantee you, she will not stop making sandwiches for the rest of her employment there, okay? I've already told half these people that work on this job site that if they go to Subway with me every day at lunch, I'll buy their food. Okay, I may go broke, but I'm gonna prove my point.
I mean, that's a lot of sandwiches, but I mean, isn't it kind of like good business for them? Like, isn't she probably gonna like get a raise or something since she's bringing in so many new customers? I'm not really sure that maybe you're overdoing it to the point to where it's a good thing for her.
And you know, that's a really good thought process you got right there. And anybody else, it would be a great thing for them because they're bringing business to the store and they'll get, you know, recognized for all that. But there's 3 things she's allergic to, okay? Tuna, jalapenos, and hard work. And let me tell you, son, I've got 26 tuna and jalapeno subs in the truck, and she worked hard on them, okay? I don't know which one of those 3 things is gonna be the thing that makes her quit, but I guarantee you I will be the one that brought it on to her. I think being petty is my favorite hobby.
Why does this reek of something I would do? Why does this sound like something? Oh, you don't want to make me a sandwich? You took a job at a sandwich shop, bitch. You gonna make all the sandwiches. Don't let me find out your schedule. You gonna make all the fucking sandwiches. I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. Oh, D-Mac would certainly do it. He would encourage me to do it. Oh, he would be cheering me on with every order that I make. Like, don't forget, they don't like this. Put it on there. And I would just be randomly walking around handing people sandwiches. Okay. Okay. Next one. Y'all ain't shit.
Why are you palming my knuckle, man? Am I black as fuck on the computer?
Dude, you're black as fuck all the time.
Asbestos alien said what? Oh, I always order a frappuccino. especially if I woke up and a motherfucker has an attitude. I start ordering frappuccinos for people I wasn't even expecting or wanted to see that day. And I start making the rounds delivering them. And then like, ooh, this good. And I was like, oh, you need another one. And I will round back around and order another 20 damn frappuccinos. And I'll keep doing it in a circle all day. Throw that frap in a circle. Throw that frap in a circle. But let's get back to this asbestos alien, this alabaster animaniac, this yeast yeti yardigan, this carbon no base bastard. What the fuck? Talking about somebody, they always black as hell. And your mama incestuous as hell. The fuck? Oh my goddamn, get home. Y'all gonna we not gonna do that today. It's already been a stressful week. It's already been a racially bonding week. Y'all are not about to take me down this bullshit, ravenous, rabies-filled rabbit hole of fuck twattery. This ugh, yeah. Let's not do that. I wouldn't make you make the frappuccinos. Just point me in the direction of the least liked person that you used to work with.
All right, everybody, breaking news. This literally just happened a few hours ago, and it is disturbing. This nutjob, anti-abortion activist Lauren Handy, was just arrested yesterday on felony charges, but that's not all. After an anonymous tip said that there was possible biohazardous material in her home, this is what they found.
D.C. police confirmed that the medical examiner collected 5 fetuses from inside the home of an anti-abortion protester. Her name, Lauren Handy.
You heard that right. This anti-abortionist forced birther had 5 frozen fetuses in her home.
D.C. police say they found those 5 fetuses right down here in this apartment, which is connected to that anti-abortion activist, Lauren Handy.
What I'd like to know is, where did she get these fetuses? What women did she take these fetuses from? This is just more proof that anti-abortion activist forced birthers are mentally ill and they're psychotic. These people need to be stopped. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay, let me pull up my soapbox for a minute. They're not mentally ill. They're purposeful. They're mentally stable in every way. They're purposeful. Let's stop making excuses and giving people an out for heinous things that they do when they happen to be. Because if the police would have gotten a tip about my house and they would have pulled 5 fetuses out, who would have said that I was mentally unstable? I'll wait. Who would have said that I was psychotic? I'll wait. They would have waited while inferring things onto me. She knew cognitively and consciously what she was doing. And can we talk about the fact that that apartment looks like something off of Law and Order SVU? Well, like, you know, the person is guilty because they had that weird apartment that you got to go down to get in. Like, who in their right mind wants to live underground, like on the regular? Like, is this Attack of the Mole people? So you're anti-abortion. Like I said before, I got all the questions. You're anti-abortion, but you legitimately hoarding fetuses like motherfuckers was hoarding toilet paper at the beginning of the pandemic. Make it make sense. Jesus. One thing I glaringly do agree with is that this young lady said they're forced birthers, because when you're anti-abortion, you're just forcing women to give, you're forcing people to give birth, because the legislation that you fight for outside of that does not sustain the children. You don't give a damn about a child. You just care that they're born. And who do you think they're going to vote for? Not the motherfucker that forced them to be born and born into a family that didn't want them. But I realize white people hate each other more than any of the rest of us could hate white people. And white people hate their families most of all, because most white people come from families that ate shit. So they see nothing wrong with that. They don't see the psychological damage that happens, and they assume that that psychological damage is going to force these new babies into voting the same way and living the same way that they do. And that's not how that works. These motherfuckers come out in staunch opposition to you. That's not a psychological problem. That's not a mental health issue. That's a lying, thieving, conniving, hypocritical issue. That is a calculated issue. Because a mental health issue wouldn't have taken a secret tip to the police. You would have seen the signs and you would have known what was going on. Because tell me when somebody that's psychologically or under a mental health crisis hides what they're doing, that is so covert to get that much supply. No. We need to differentiate the act versus the person. She did a psychotic. No, what she did wasn't psychotic. It was completely. If she has 5 fetuses in her house and nobody realized these fetuses were missing, who they could be missing with, or anything else, and it took an anonymous tip, she planned that out. That's not psychotic. That's not psychotic. That's methodical. It's inhumane. But this is why mental health gets demonized, because we give certain people an excuse and we use mental health as that excuse. But let's get to the final video of the night and see what they talking about.
So tell me why I literally never experience what I just experienced. I'm not the kind of person to come on here crying, but fuck Citibank, because my dad sent me a check to pay off my rent for the next year, and that's it. And I go into Citibank to cash the check so I could pay my rent, and they confiscate my check and refuse to give it back. And they say, hey, we can't cash this. I said, why can't you cash it? They say, because we can't verify the check. I said, so what are you saying? They're like, we can't verify the check. I said, okay, so do you want to call my dad? He sent me the check from New York. If you want, I can, he can give you his bank routing number. She's like, no, we can't verify this check. I can't cash this check, and I'm confiscating the check. I said, why are you confiscating my check? If you're not going to cash my check, okay, then let me go to somewhere else that can cash my check, right? She's like, because I have to confiscate the check. I said, so what are you saying? Like, are you saying the check is fraudulent? Because it's not. Okay, and then I said, do you confiscate everyone's checks who comes in here that you can't verify? She's like, no. I said, okay, so then why are you confiscating mine? Okay, and then she said she had nothing to say, so she walks away. She says, okay, we're gonna call the cops. I said, no, I have this all on video of you literally saying that you only confiscated my check. Okay, and we all know why she fucking did that, okay? And then she says, okay, lock her in here. You can't leave here with that video. You can't leave here with that video. I said, okay, are you gonna come to my phone and delete the video then? Then come to my phone and take my phone and delete the video then. Anyway, so then she tells him, the security, lock the door, lock her in the Citibank. She's not leaving here with that fucking video. I said, yes the fuck I am. They called the cops on me. Then eventually they just let me leave. But I'm so upset because I hear everyone talking about racial profiling and stuff, but like at the end of the day, like I just can't even, like, this is my fucking rent money. And to think that she was gonna confiscate my check, she did, but I ended up getting it back because I made her give me my check back. But to think that, like, I can't pay my rent right now because of fucking racist ass bitches who work at fucking Citibank. Guess who's suing Citibank?
There's so many layers to this. First of all, my heart goes out to this young lady. But this is a lesson that a lot of the members of the younger generation need to learn. They have gotten too comfortable with giving passes to their white or non-Black friends on things. They have criticized us older individuals within the Black community thinking that we're being too sensitive or we're not being open-minded enough until they're hit with these situations. As someone who used to work in a bank on multiple levels before I started my own business, no, you cannot confiscate a check. The only time you can confiscate a check is when it is obviously fraudulent. And the only way you cannot verify a check is because you didn't do your due diligence. There's something, either you didn't run it through the scanner, you didn't call the bank if something came up, you dropped the ball. So that means this teller didn't verify shit. She just looked at this little Black girl, looked at the amount of the check, and decided it had to be fraudulent. And she knew that she was in the wrong when she wanted, security to lock this girl, unlawfully, illegally detain her against her will, aka, by definition, kidnap her. And this young lady is like, oh, I can't cash a check. Sweetheart, this is way bigger than you just paying your rent. And I wish you would see it. It's bigger than you just paying your rent. And I hope this is a wake-up call for you to stop thinking that you can walk into white spaces in your Black excellence and be treated the same way. They looked at your hair, your piercings, your expression. You allow the ancestors to flow through your body. That's intimidating to racist white folks. Even white folks that don't realize or don't want to admit that they're racist. But the lesson you're publicly saying you're taking away from this is that you can't pay your rent. No, sweetheart. The lesson that you need to be taking from this is stop giving people passes. Stop, because you even say it. I've heard people talk about this, which means you didn't previously believe it. You owe some apologies. And you need to now keep your head on a swivel and maybe listen to those of us that came before you. Because we got prepared because we listened to those that came before us. So we knew what to expect. We knew how to be prepared because we would have known not to go into that situation by ourselves. And with the internet, we would have researched that branch and not walked in there. And although it's good that you took video, baby girl, next time go live. Somebody always gonna have a screen grab. And on certain social media platforms, you can save your live after it's done. Choose one of those. Go live. Embarrass them in real time. Show their racism in real time. But don't walk away from this going, oh, I can't pay my rent. Especially after you said you didn't quite believe your skin folk when we were trying to tell you about the racial profiling. I'm not being insensitive. But just like we have to match energy with racists and bigots and homophobes and transphobes, et cetera, we have to match energy with these hard-headed ass kids that are trying to chip away at the progress that we've made. We have to match energy with these kids, these babies in the world that want to excuse away racism until it happens to them, and then they don't even see the full validity of the racism. So as much as I sympathize with you, baby girl, open your fucking eyes, because you're going through the world right now with your eyes wide shut. But like I say on my audio podcast, what do I know? But that concludes tonight's show. Thank you for joining me. Those of you who saw it live, those of you that will watch it later, be sure you join us tomorrow for the viewing party. The link is in my bio. It's a Are You Afraid of the Dark viewing party. We will be getting started at 7:30. I believe the tiny humans will be with me again, so that's always the party. But until then, each one teach one, each one reach one. Y'all have an amazing weekend.